Agents. Joining us now, the acting ICE director, Matt Albence. Mr. Director, what is happening this morning at this moment?
Well, I won't speak to specifically anything that's going on in an operational perspective. The overarching concern when we conduct any sort of enforcement operation is the safety and security of both our officers that are conducting the operation as well as the public. But I will say that I think using the term raid does everybody a disservice. We are doing targeted enforcement actions against specific individuals who have had their day in immigration court and have been ordered removed by an immigration judge. We are merely executing those lawfully issued judge's orders.
That's an important point to make, Director. These individuals had their day in court, and now they have been deemed appropriate for removal. And we understand there is somewhere around 2,000. I know you can't speak to specifics, but try and give us, if you will, some indication of who these individuals are.
Well, these are individuals who have come to this country illegally, had the opportunity to make an asylum claim in front of an immigration judge, and most of them chose not to avail themselves of that opportunity and didn't even show up for their first hearing. But in addition to that, we went above and beyond in this circumstance and gave these individuals back in February an opportunity to turn themselves in to arrange for an orderly process to be removed from the country. Vast majority of them, only 3%, actually responded to those letters and came in and arranged for those processes to go through. The rest of them ignored not only the judge's orders, but also our request for them to come in. At this point, we have no choice but to go out and execute those lawfully issued removal orders from an immigration judge.
Director Albence, mayors across the country are actually encouraging people to resist these enforcement operations. I want you to take a listen. I'd like your reaction.
There's a tremendous amount of fear in our city. So what we're trying to do is lower the fear by giving them information, and the information is empowering them.
Let me be clear. We do not assist with immigration enforcement.
We have been and will be and will continue to be a sanctuary city. We will continue to stand behind our immigrant communities.
There's anxiety that's being created, not just in our immigrant community, but with anyone who has passion, compassion, and concern for human beings.
Director, your reaction.
Well, look, I think the entire public is safer when law enforcement works together. There are those occasions in which we don't ask law enforcement to enforce immigration laws on our behalf. Most of our interaction with law enforcement is simply information sharing, or most times it's actually just trying to get access to individuals that those agencies have already arrested and are sitting in their custody in their jails, where we want access to make sure that we know who's in those facilities, are they here legally, and if they're not here illegally, then we remove them from the country. It's incredulous that it's okay for these law enforcement agencies and these jurisdictions to enforce the laws that they're sworn to uphold, but when we come in to do our enforcement that we're sworn to uphold, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Director, ICE has just released moments ago a declined detainer report, a quarterly report you are going to begin today.